Morning Stampers, I hope you are recovered from your turkey coma from yesterday. But it's Meg from Loven Stamps, and for our tutorial today, we're going to turn to stocking stuffers. And it is kind of the fun season to come up with those little things, right? So for our holiday helper, we're gonna turn a chapstick, ta-da, into a very cute stocking stuffer safe package. So let me get you guys turned down here and we'll get started. Oh, and I'll say too, from our last holiday helper was on Wednesday, and I did finish my book and I added quite a few more envelopes and pictures and so forth. So I did get all of them into here, and finally, actually not quite on every page, but I'll show you. I gave up at the end. Oh, there's my daughter. I gave up at the end and just added a whole mess of pictures in one envelope. So anyway, you can kind of cheat if you run out of actual pages for your book, but that was kind of a fun thing for us this weekend. So hey, Faith. All right, you guys ready to see our project? So I have a feeling a lot of people are sleeping in today. Totally fine, I get it. So I hope you guys had a good Thanksgiving, and I know it was different from usual for a lot of us, but you'll have a busy day, Faith. All right, so I am going to start with our Freezin Fun stamp set and my Memento ink, which is the ink that I use when I'm going to use my Stampin' Blends. If I want a black outline, you could use your classic pads too. But I don't know how many of you guys keep like a random piece of paper. You can see our last few projects are all represented here. But I'm gonna go ahead and stamp these two. And if I were doing a bunch of these, I would do it exactly like this. Put more than one stamp on a block so that I can just crank them out. No need to do every piece separately. Oh, and then while I'm stamping, I'll go ahead and do our little greeting. 'Tis the season to be freezin', which I thought was perfect for a little chapstick treat. Oh, and you know what? I just realized I didn't do that in black before. I kind of like it better in Seaside Spray. So let me chamois that off real quick. I love the ink magnet-ness of those. And I'll grab my Seaside Spray and Zooms giving. Yes, we had some Zooms giving here also. So, oh, and that's totally crooked. All right, let's pay attention here. Back in the string of things. There we go. Okay, so now we have our greeting and we can set that aside. So these pieces get die cut with the fabulous Freezin Friends dies, of which there are a lot of really great ones. And of course I have on my little magnet board the ones to cut out our seal and his little iceberg. This is a great scene stamping set. So through the magic of television, I've got these cut out already. And then I'm gonna go ahead and use some Stampin' Blends. So the colors I picked for this are Seaside Spray, Smoky Slate, and Rococo Rose. And both Seaside Spray and Rococo Rose were in colors from this year. So if you started your Stampin' Blends collection when they first came out, these are new colors. And I like them because they are just a nice soft tone to go along with our sort of little seal friend here. And I'm gonna give him a coat of the lighter color first, and then I'm gonna go back with the darker and add some little accents where his dots are, and then along those little color here lines, as I like to call them, and where his paw flipper matches, there's gonna be a little shadow, and then I'll give kind of his little belly a shadow here. Okay, so now those are, I realize, very tiny for you to see. There, is that a little bit better? But what I'm gonna do is go back and add a little bit of the lighter color again, right along the intersection between those two colors, so that I can blend those colors together, and it gives us a much softer blended look to our seal. See how that works? All right, so his hat needs some color, and so I'm gonna add Rococo Rose for that. And I like this pink. It's got a lot of saturation to it, but it's soft enough that the color values are soft. So it adds sort of a nice softy kind of look. And then I'm gonna use Seaside Spray on our iceberg here. And then I'll use the dark Seaside Spray along this edge where it would be shadowed. And then you know what? Maybe I'll give him a little resting spot there. I'll give him a shadow. All right, so let me show you those up close. There we go. Okay, so now what to do with our pieces. So we need to capture our chapstick and have it stay on our backing paper. So what I'm gonna do is take a piece of the Feels Like Frost Designer Series paper. If you watched the other video, I knew I had this paper, I just couldn't find it. So I found it finally. And the inspiration for this idea actually came from the June through, well, August to December mini catalog. And it was from these little Halloween treats here. So we're not doing Halloween, but we've kind of converted things to Christmas. So I can give you some cutting sizes for this chapstick. The one that works really well for me, because it also fits in our final packaging, is 2 inches by 4 inches. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut this. And this paper is all silver and white on one side, so metallic embossed paper. And then it has these fabulous photoreal papers on the other side, and they are absolutely, well, let's see for another pattern, absolutely gorgeous. So I highly recommend them. And then if you want to see the other sides, they are stripes and neutrals and all kinds of good stuff. And you can always brayer those to match whatever you want. So, all right, so we have our 2x4 paper, and I'm gonna take my snips, and I'm not gonna crease it, but I'm just gonna gently fold it, and I'm gonna cut right along into that folded area. And I stopped about 1/4 inch away from the edge, and then I'll check and see if this is big enough. So this is a lot like our candy cane treats. If you haven't seen those, yep, that looks good. Let's see, here's a couple of the candy cane treats. These were the ones, these are another Holiday Helper video if you wanna go back and look for these. I don't remember what episode, but anyway, whether you're watching on YouTube or on Facebook Live, they're there. So here is our base, and I'm gonna go ahead and take our 'Tis the Season to Be Freezin' greeting now, and go ahead and chop that off. And I'm going to use my multi-purpose liquid adhesive to attach this piece. If the attachment point is smaller than like the standard, let's see, I think I want to use this one, standard width of my seal, then I a lot of times will just go ahead and choose to use that fantastic multi-purpose liquid glue. But it doesn't instant grab, so you do have to be a little bit patient with it. And then I'm gonna take this and trim off the extra to match, so we have a little greeting there. And then our buddies here are going to go onto our chapstick. So I just put some Seal Plus there on the back, and we'll pop him, there we go, onto his little shadowed spot. And then I'm gonna go ahead and add some more of this and stick him on the edge. I didn't get the adhesive out here. Okay, there we go. Okay, so now we have our tag kind of all assembled, and you could honestly put this on lots and lots of things, but I do love it here on our little piece of happiness with our chapstick. And so I'm gonna put some Seal Plus on the back and go ahead and attach that there. All right, now this is very cute, but I looked at it and I thought it needed something. So I grabbed my metallic mesh ribbon, which was in the catalog with the Halloween things, but man, this stuff, can you see it? Is gorgeous and definitely has a wonderful wintry feel. So I love that they included this so that we can continue to use it for these silvery things. So I'm gonna tuck it up under there and tie a knot underneath our seal friend. Excuse me. And then trim the ends. Okay, let's see. Those are still pretty long, but that's okay. I'm gonna leave them like that. All right, so there we've got this, but it is still definitely not stocking stuffer friendly, because if you stuck this in a stocking, it would just get crushed. So we're gonna add a Stampin' Up! Clear envelope. Had to go grab those. And these are perfect. So because our paper is 4 inches wide, then this is gonna just fit right down in the bottom. Kind of tuck that down there. And then you can leave the top of it as big or as small as you want. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this around to the back so that it's pretty tight. And then we have this tail here, so I'm gonna go ahead and trim this off. And if you didn't know, these actually cut beautifully with your Stampin' Trimmer. Let's see, although I need to get the mesh ribbon out of the way. There we go. Okay, so I'm gonna cut it so that it's gonna fall about halfway. Now, if I take this and just put glue on the back, then it's actually gonna pop open like this. So what I wanna do is trap both sides of the plastic. And to do that, I'm gonna grab another strip from our designer series paper and go ahead and fold this around to the back. And I'm just gonna put a strip of Seal Plus right across there, and then use this a little bit like washi tape on the back so that our packet is sealed shut, okay? So there are our very sweet Freezin Fun chapstick holders. So an easy way to grab some supplies and make a little treat, something extra special. And honestly, I'm not quite sure how you could get much cuter than the Freezin Fun stamp set, but that kind of gives you some good ideas. So hope you guys are enjoying your day after Thanksgiving if you're shopping Black Friday or things like that. Oh, Tammy, I'm so glad you like it. You can keep in mind that if you want gift certificates for your Christmas shopping, I do offer gift certificates also. So you can have your gift giving people contact me and I'd be happy to help them with gift certificates. Or if you have stamping or crafting friends and you would like to get gift certificates, then you can have them contact me. So lovenstamps.com is a great place to get information, and I am so happy to have seen you guys this Friday after Thanksgiving. So have a wonderful day, and I hope you get a lot of good crafting done this weekend. So, oh, Yvette, I'm so glad you liked it. I'm glad you got to tune in. So it's been fun to see people's fun Thanksgiving celebrations, and maybe different than usual, but nevertheless a good chance to keep in touch and remember the things that we are grateful for. So, all right, happy stamping, guys. Have a terrific weekend, and I will see you on Monday with another holiday helper.